So for today, I will be teaching you guys how to do trigger, which is the most, I guess this is like a requested move that everybody should know how to do, but there's no free tutorial for it, or there's no way to learn availability, except I recently found out that Nikolaj Pedersen, he had, from the Cant 2015, that he had the New York notes about it, and then you could find it there. But I think it's like really hard to find now. So for today, I'm gonna teach it to you guys for free, you know. And so one more time, this is what trigger looks like. Now, how I learned it was, again, it took me like a really long time to figure out how it's done. But then after observing some video, after observing like every single performance I've seen of it, then I figured out how it's done. So let's learn it. You guys, here's the deck I'm using is the Lucky Draw playing cards from Art of Play. These are actually really good. I highly recommend getting these. Anyway, so for trigger, the only prerequisite, I guess, would have to be the scissor cut, and not by that much because it's going by like that. Because the scissor cut, it goes like that. That's like a modified widthways. So here's how trigger's done. So this is slow motion, like a really broad statement of how it's done. So here it goes in this perpendicular position of the deck. Next, you grab the lengths of these sides. So like in my case, it would be these two white borders. I grab it with your index finger and thumb. You scissor cut it, and then you're gonna grip it with your middle ring and pinky. Grip that packet like you would do in Judo Flip from Franco Pasquale. Next, you're gonna bring this deck down like closer towards the palm of your hand. And then next, you're gonna bring your thumb as close as you can to your middle finger. So now the deck kind of looks perpendicular to each other like this instead of what it was when they were relaxing against each other. So now it's like this. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to let go of your index finger. So now you're pinching it with your thumb and balancing it on and contacting this middle finger. And then, whoops. Alright. Alright, so one more time, you grab it like this. You pinch it, you strip it out. You hold it, and then you balance it on top of your middle finger. And then you use your index finger for support to help push that packet in, and then you did it. So let's get to the detailed tutorial, I guess. So here's the detailed version of this. So this is how it goes. So with your thumb, you're gonna strip that packet out like in a scissor cut, but then you're gonna let it relax onto this. So one more time, it's like that. Next, what you're going to do is, like I said in the overview, you're going to pinch it on these edges, like they're going to be straight across the deck. Next, you're going to scissor cut that packet, but not all the way, just to this point. Next, with your middle and ring finger and pinky, you're going to help push that packet. So, and as you're pushing this packet back, at the same time, simultaneously, you're going to move this packet, you're going to turn it. Like so. And you're going to bring it down to your middle finger. So, one more time. Scissor cut it, I guess, right here. Then you're going to push the fingers like this down as you move this packet over here. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to let it rest on your middle finger, and then you're going to put your index finger like right underneath the packet. So from underneath, it should look like this. So it should look like this. So scissor, and then once you're here, right, you're gonna move your index finger to underneath like that. Let you know what to do with the index finger once the packet's over here. What you're gonna do is you're gonna also push pinch the packet like with your index finger like this and your thumb. Whoops. Not again. Okay. Pick these cards up. Alright. So again, you make the packets perpendicular. You're now going to scissor cut it. Bring the packet over here as you push this one back. And then you're going to put your index finger underneath. Now you're going to move your thumb. And then now with your index finger, you're going to help slide it by using the middle finger as a pivot point. That's the key. And then you try to do that really fastly, because you don't always want to do it super slowly, because your index finger needs to borrow the momentum of the packet. So, and then you keep practicing, and then now here's the slow motion overview. So, what are some tips that I have for this closer, I guess? That's what I'm going to call it, like trigger. The tips I have is, well, you got to use momentum of the movement you use in your hand so that you can bring it back. Another tip I have is, instead of keeping your hand just in place, you can also add some wrist movement to help move that packet into the back of the hand, so it goes like this. You know, go do it again. See, it's like you jump it back. That's why it's like called trigger, because like, because it's kind of like a gun. You know, like, boom, like you pull it in. And so yeah, that's trigger. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you guys learned it as much as you can. And yeah, make sure you watch this video before it probably gets removed. What else? Oh yeah, and then I want to make more tutorials about some cardistry moves, about some flourishes. So here's a list of some flourishes that I came up with personally myself that I could teach, or maybe even some flourishes that had not been taught, like this one, for example. It's called Orakusa. So that's what Orakusa looks like. You can even learn that, or some of these flourishes right here.